So I'm in the corner, I'm like, you know, waiting for the bell to ring. And once that first punch lands, everything is just calm, you know? As angry as you want to be, everything just goes calm. You know, it's just you and the other person. And then, you know, you feel that first punch and it's like, wow, like it's really real.
Boxing is 40% physical and 60% mental.
This would be perfect for you guys, right? You're all like engineers and physics majors, right? You know this shit. Let the ring off. Angle. We already said there's no teachers in here.
You know, everybody has that, that internal cockiness, that internal arrogance, but nobody brings it out. We're not taught to bring it out. You know, we're told to be very reserved, and that's the way that we're expected to be in life. You know, that's the polite way. So it's very tough sometimes when you get somebody in here who 24 hours a day, yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am, to try and bring that out when they normally don't bring it out. You know, that's the first part, is to build their confidence, let them know that it's okay when they're in the gym that to have that cockiness.
My first fight, I was nervous, I'm not gonna lie, and I just tried to eat as healthy as possible and run as much as I could. I just tried to like get the nervousness out of my head, because I knew you gotta go in there cocky, you're gonna get fucked up. Like, that's just how it happens. And you know, I went in there and I don't know if I wasn't mentally prepared enough or just didn't have the skill, but I got my ass handed to me. And then it kind of opens your eyes up, though. You know, once you've been in a fight, you kind of know what to expect for next time, so it makes a difference. And you know, for my second fight, I was walking up like, I'm gonna kick this kid's ass. Like, so that definitely helped. And then the second biggest thing I think is my weight, because I started out, you know, really heavy. I was fat, and then I went down to 180, which is where I had my first fight. And 180 just wasn't the right weight for me. You know, I went down to 158, where my other two fights have been, and since then I've had my 2 wins.
Mentally, like, I feel like most of it is mental, and right now I'm at a spot where it's just like I feel like I'm untouched. You know, I lost my previous fight, but I'm in that mental state where it's like, you know, I'm just trying to win, be the best in the country if possible. So I'm telling myself, like, you know, whoever steps in the ring with me is gonna lose.
I remember walking up into the ring for Battle at the Border 2015, and I was just like, let's go. Win or lose, it's time to give it my all. There are moments from the fight that I can remember. I mostly remember just aggressing on the guy, essentially just punching through him. Like, there were moments where he'd be the aggressor, but I was like, my punches were faster than his and they were straighter than his, so I would just be like, no, no, no. This is my turn to aggress. You get your time later. But later never came. One of the only things I remember hearing, like in the middle of that second round, I get the guy with a good 2 or 3 punches, and I step back to catch my breath, and I can just hear my grandfather yelling, "Keep hitting him! Just keep it up!"
My first fight was in front of 200 plus, so you're kind of nervous, you know, that build up before the fight. But, I mean, once you get in the ring and you get punched in the mouth, it's a fight, you know what I mean? You gotta have that killer instinct, you know, that jungle attitude, that, hey, I'm going in there, I'm going into a fight, this guy's trying to knock my head off, so I better be ready, I better be prepared. Every time you get punched and you get rocked, I mean, it's difficult. But in your mind and like your mindset, you just gotta have that mentality that, yo, I'm not giving up. He could punch me, he could do whatever. Yeah, I'm tired right now, yeah, I'm gassed. I don't know if I'll ever be able to do this again, but for this moment, for right now, he's gonna feel me just like I'm gonna feel him in the morning, you know what I mean?
A week before, you're kind of preparing yourself. You go into every fight thinking you're gonna win, knowing you're gonna win. If you don't go into that with that mindset, you're not gonna win. I think I learned that at the Golden Gloves. I didn't go into that fight winning, thinking I was gonna win, and I didn't. Ever since then, you have to pretty much prepare yourself for the best. Coach doesn't tell us who we're fighting or what they look like, which can be a pro and a con, but I take it as a pro because I can't visualize. I can visualize every action I take against the girl, but I can't picture her hitting me, which I think makes a big difference. Definitely get less nervous. My first fight, I was shaking, and I think I peed like 20 times before my fight. But when I got to the last one, I mean, you're always gonna be nervous, but it was definitely a lot less. I was a lot closer to coach. I was a lot more comfortable. I was a lot more confident.
Let's go, Rich! There we go. Let's go, Rich! Yeah, Rich! Let's go. Come on, Rich. You got it, bro. You got it. 10 seconds.
So I just started training, you know, got back into the gym, you know, started running a little bit, started sparring as much as I could. And up to the fight that same day, I just woke up like, you know, mentally ready, telling myself like, I was only 6 minutes in the ring, 6 minutes of hell. And, you know, try to tell myself that those 6 minutes, after that, I'd become the champion.
There's a lot of times in life when you're going to want to give up. You know, I always refer to that Y in the road, and especially when somebody loses, you'll come to that Y, and just like things in life, 90% of the people are going to go down to the left, because it's the easy way to go. Very few people in life will make that right and veer down the other part of the Y. And I think that boxing, you know, in the third round when you want to give up, when you're convinced that I lost the first 2 rounds, I don't have a shot, and you dig deep down inside and end up pulling out, you know, and stopping somebody. I think that, you know, it teaches you a lot in life that you never give up. You never give up until it's all over, and don't always look for the easy way out.
I had to say it's probably one of the greatest feelings ever. You never really get recognized for something, you know, working hard, you know, something like that. And I feel like boxing is more of a sport where it's individual, so it kind of like shows the hard work you've been putting into the sport. So that was a great feeling, you know, especially to say that you have like a title under your belt.